Unfiltered Opinions podcast. I'm your girl Serenity, and tonight we have a juicy topic, and we're going to talk about what we're going to talk about. I forgot. Okay, y'all go ahead and introduce yourselves.
I'm Alex. We're talking about spinning the block.
All right, we're going to talk about spinning the block. All right, ladies, introduce yourself.
I'm Alex.
Cash Money.
Kayla.
Y'all already own it.
All right, let's talk about some recent stuff in the on social media. Nelly and Ashanti getting back together. Scrappy and Erica get back together after his divorce with Bambi. So, what are your thoughts about spinning the block and going back to one of your ex? And how do you think their relationship will be? All right, Kayla, start it off.
I gotta start it off.
I'm the host.
She picking folks. She said she picking folks.
I don't know. I don't know if I would spin the block. Don't look at me like that. I don't know. It depends on who I spin the block with. I don't know what I got going on right now could be considered spinning the block because I think I don't broke up with him like 15 times.
That's not the same.
And then I spent the block and then back. That's not the same.
Y'all dodging. Y'all in and out, in and out.
I would probably spin the block. I don't know anybody I'll spin the block with.
All right, moving on.
But I like the idea of Erica and Lil Scrappy spinning the block allegedly. I like them. I always loved them. I always rooted for them. I never liked the Bam.
Oh, really?
Okay,
why you
ain't
like the Bam?
Cut it out. Cut it out, Mama D.
I deserve.
Kelly.
Oh my gosh.
Cash Money.
Yes.
Who would you spin the block?
I have, and I would not recommend doing it again.
And why though? Why would you not recommend?
Can we get a definition of spin the block?
You go back to an ex, somebody that you broke up with. Y'all
is that
party
sexually?
ways.
No,
Okay.
relationship, Kayla.
Relationship.
A whole
right.
relationship.
A whole relationship.
Okay,
No,
gotcha.
I've spin the block twice. The second time I was forced with one of those, so that wasn't a willing spin the block because normally when I cut folks off, they cut off. But I've spun the block and it was disastrous. So no, I would not recommend.
How were you forced into spinning the block?
On the second person?
No, you said you was forced.
Yeah, on the second person. I said I spent the block 2 times, 2 different people. The second person I was forced because I was told I better add them on Facebook. I got deboed.
Oh, that's what I'm trying to figure out. How was it a forcing? Because you didn't have to.
I got deboed into kind of, spinning the block again.
You don't get deboed.
Should have learned my lesson the first time.
She spent the block because she wanted to.
After Serenity was hopping curbs in that escort, I should have known not to go back. I mean, hell, I should know not to go back.
Red flag. If your friend,
or if you almost lose your arm,
you should not spin the block with that dude.
If you almost lose your arm.
Okay, so in both instances, we were younger, and so I thought individuals had matured and changed. So, the first one was kind of, my first love. I was all in because that was the person I felt was the reason I wanted to get married. So I was like, well, why not try it? But yeah, that was disastrous. But to Kayla's point though, I kind of want to spin the block with somebody I was only sexually with. So, because we didn't have a relationship. I like to try that out. We were just having relations. It wasn't nothing. So I might, but yeah, no, I don't advise, baby. No.
Alice, Anna Mae.
over there eating the cake.
Hey, the cake is good. Okay, my first time.
Anime bullet.
Anime. So would I spin the block on anybody that I've dated?
Or have you?
Have I? Yeah. I mean, it wasn't bad or anything. It's just I feel like when you leave somebody and then you go back, you got to really evaluate. Like, okay, like we separated for a reason. Like, why are we going back around this time? Like, what's gonna be different? Like, so for anybody that's thinking about spinning the block, like, you need to really be sure, like, okay, that the issues that you were having with that person before when you broke up with them, or when they broke up with you the first time, or whatever happened, that those issues that you guys have set and discussed them, and y'all on the same page, because if not, you're gonna wind up in the same situation. And I also feel like sometimes it's just like, it's not even worth it, because I'm the type of person that if I was with you and we broke up for whatever reason, like, and then we try to get back together, it's gonna be hard for me to forget about what may have happened. Like I forget and I forgive, but it's just like when you do stuff, if it makes me think about it, then it's gonna turn me off. It's gonna turn me off a little bit. And I've had that experience. Like, I felt like, oh, we're gonna try to work it out, we're good. And like, most times it would be good, but then there'd be stuff that happened. I just be like, you know what?
Triggered.
I don't even really like this person. Like, it's not the same, and it might not ever be the same. So I ain't gonna force nothing. Like, I would have to really like fall back all over in love with someone to even feel like it would be worth it for me to go back. I'm not gonna just go back to you because it was good once, it could be good again. Like, no, we would literally have to re-court each other all over again, fall in love all over again. And if that don't happen, yeah, I'm not gonna do it.
Unless
even if you talk it out, it don't necessarily work.
The block don't mean you were in a relationship with somebody and you go back and hit it one time. That means you go back and try to go in the whole relationship. I don't believe in backtracking. Me personally, I'm not spinning the block.
Ever?
Mm-mm.
You ain't never spin the block?
Mm-mm. Now, have I been
liar?
Somebody that's different out in a relationship, and then we decide years later to take it to a different level, that's different. But being in a relationship with somebody, breaking up with them, and thinking about what you looking at, Kayla? When have I spent the block?
I said the lies.
When have I spent the block?
No comment.
Oh, she said no comment.
What you doing now? Then you spin the block.
No, that's different. We wasn't in a relationship. I was in a relationship with somebody else. He just so happened to be somebody that was crushing on me.
You spent the block with the okay, got you.
Who I spent the block with?
Don't know. Wait a minute.
Just keep
pull out no names. If you
I don't want to tell it. It's unfiltered. Tell who don't tell the name, but tell me the situation. And the
situation now, but you say you went with him, so you spent the block sexually. Y'all went back and y'all went back and see what the sex was like. Again, how many years later?
But we went in a relationship.
You spent the block on that. So you spent the block with some rims on. That's what you did.
Some rims? What?
You spent the block sexually.
So Serenity is saying sexually is not spinning the block. Is that what you're saying? Going back, you don't think that's spinning the block?
No.
If you dealt with them before,
if they just taking a one night stand and doing it again,
spinning the block.
No, spinning the block is like you was in a relationship with somebody, you broke up with them, and you gonna try it again. You hit it, and then you gonna go back and hit it again. That's not spinning the block.
Yes, it is. It's just the sexual spin the block. That is spinning the block. You're going back trying it out again. You're going back trying it out again. You circled the block. You went around the corner and came back to it. You did a boomerang.
Is that spinning the block?
Yes, ma'am. Alex, do you agree, disagree?
She over there making plans to spin the block.
She's still eating that cake over there.
My cake is gone. I ain't making plans to spin the block. I agreed that, she ain't, I thought we was talking about whole relationships spinning the block. So if she was not in a relationship with him,
But
she's
is that
not
really
spinning
the
block. She's
definition?
actually starting a real relationship with this
But
person.
is that the
Ain't spinning the
definition
block
of
on him.
spinning the block, though? Is that
That's
really
not
the
spinning the
definition of
block.
spinning the block? Is it just confined to relationships, or does that
I'm
mean
finna
you
see
double
what
back?
the Urban Dictionary say.
I'm about to say, please do, because I think Kayla might be right. If you double back to it sexually or relationship wise, you spinning the block.
No, spinning the block is spinning the block. I can't say what is if you was in a relationship with somebody, years pass, months pass, and you go back and try to be in a relationship.
So what do you define it if you want to double back and dip your stick in that pond again? What they call that?
Okay, so
Lady
it's
stick
like,
in
so
the
if
lady
you
pond.
get to the phrase spinning the block, it basically means when you used to be romantically interested with someone and then things end, but that person comes back again in your life after they already shot their shot the first time.
Well, maybe I'm spinning the block then.
It says to spin the block to come back around the
sexually.
block to shoot an op. Oh, that's talking about shooting an op. That's what the Urban Dictionary says.
So romantically could be a relationship or sexual.
Or sexually. Yeah.
Yeah, but I wouldn't spin the block with anybody I've been in a relationship with. I broke up with you for a reason.
Absolutely.
I agree. That was a bad move, but like I said, hey,
we talked about it. I don't know. Like it's somebody I might.
So what do y'all think about? Scrappy and Erica? Because I love them together. So what are your thoughts on them?
They got a kid.
So I don't know.
They got a kid together. I mean, I think Scrappy. Excuse me. I think Scrappy got commitment issues. And he got something going on. I think he got Mama D issues because she be in that business. So I mean, ultimately, like Alex said, you gotta do what works for you. And y'all gotta talk about it and hash it out. But even then, shit can go south. I mean, hell, they can go south. Because like I said, in my first spin the block, we had a whole conversation about what transpired the first time, and that motherfucker still turned around and did me dirty the second time. So I mean, shit. You could talk.
You let somebody do you dirty a second time? Oh Lord. Did you shoot him?
She should have. Look,
I wanted to. I wanted to, but we don't condone violence. We won't. I should have. For the shit he did. But you know what? I just, at the end of the day, I was following my heart because, like I said, I felt like he was the reason I wanted to get married. So why not? If this is the person I'm leaving, I'm supposed to spend the rest of my life with. You're not singing that song. Be quiet, Alex. Huh? Do you remember this person? You should. I mean, you was in the car. We went and picked them up one time, but I'll leave it at that. When we was at Ski, you went. I mean, and it was only because of who the person was. Like I said, the situation. I felt in myself at the time where I was that we had matured and gotten through, the little high school sweetheart stuff. So I wanted to try. I mean, but at the end of the day, homeboy wasn't for the right. So I mean, his loss, not mine.
Kayla, you spin the block. I forgot.
Who, me?
Kayla, she's scared.
Kayla, you done spit the block before.
Kayla, you done
spit the block before.
Cut it out. Kayla, you done spit the block, even if it was sexually. You done spit the block.
Yeah, I have spit the block.
That don't count. I don't think sexually counts.
We're talking about whole relationships. And
I'm
she done spit the block
not relationship-wise. Sexually, yes, I have. Sexually, yeah.
You never spit the block relationship-wise.
Who I got back with? You don't know that one person I got back with. I may have spent the block sexually, but I ain't never got back with them.
Okay.
What?
I guess I can't think of nobody.
Because you can't, because it's nobody.
Well,
What you laughing at, Shmi?
I'm not laughing. I just think spinning the block sexually don't count.
So go ahead.
Yeah, it don't count.
It don't.
Oh, now
Like,
it don't
I'm
count
down.
because it apply to y'all. No, it counts.
No, that's not spinning the block. Cause why wouldn't you want to with somebody that you already? That's just.
That's the classic definition of spinning the block. That's the reason why.
You're not going back to the
body count to go up.
You're not going back.
Body count go up. So you spin the block because you've been there before.
But sometimes when you spin the block, you kind of I don't know. I have never spent the block, and
in a relationship, right?
You nervous, boo? You need a nerve pill.
So wait, what do y'all think about? I think that Nelly and Ashanti are cute, and I like them together, but we have seen Nelly be committed to more than one like he was committed to Ashanti when they was together the first time. It looked as if they were. And then to the woman he was with that was with what was her name? She was with Floyd because he messed with Floyd ex, Miss Jackson. That's who he was with. And he was with Miss Jackson for a minute too. So it's like he's been in, as far as we know, committed relationship long term. So, but what is it that he is not marrying these women? And he's spinning the block back to Ashanti. Are they going to get married? Or are they going to just be in another long-term relationship?
I read in the blog the reason why him and Ashanti broke up, but I forgot what it was. But
why don't you bring it up if you don't know what it was?
He cheated. Did he cheat? Or did he not want to get married?
That's what it was. I think he didn't want to commit.
I think it go back to like Alex said, they gotta have talked about it and fixed your issues, and it might not be a deal breaker for them. If it was a cheating thing or whatever, it might not be a deal breaker for them. Everybody's situation is different.
Who else did we say we were going to discuss? Tony and Birdman. I didn't know that Tony and Birdman had broke up. I just thought I hadn't seen them together. I thought they was just private. But y'all saying they broke up and got back together.
Yeah, they had broke up.
I'm about to Google this one.
They were supposed to have gotten married, and then they called off the engagement.
Okay, I do remember they were supposed to get married. Okay.
And they called off the engagement, and then it was kind of like you didn't see them, you didn't hear nothing about them, and then recently they popped up on social media with a picture.
That picture.
Yeah, I don't know if it was a throwback or a new one or what. Hey, I mean, I think entertainers, they celebrities, they stuff is different. What they issues ain't regular people issues sometimes. So again, what they deal breakers are might be different from ours. But again, I don't know if I advise spinning the block.
All right, let's do one more round before we end the podcast. I don't believe in backtracking in relationships. That's what I think spinning the block is. When you're in a relationship with somebody, then you go back and be in a relationship with them again. I don't. But I have talked to somebody in present years, not in a relationship, and came back and then tried a relationship with them. I don't consider that spinning the block. All right, Cash Money, your thoughts?
I don't recommend spinning the block. All I'm gonna say.
Not to say, Alex. Your thoughts?
I don't want to say no, but I don't know. I think it depends.
You want to spin the block?
I spin the block. I might spin the block. I don't know if it's gonna work out, but
I think you don't. I think you don't spin the block.
I have spin the block before. Mm-hmm. More than once.
Would you go back to that spin the block person?
I hope not.
Oh Lord.
I hope not to. No, but Kayla tripping because who she talking about? I done spent the block with more than one person. So who you talking about? You hope not to. The way you
the one you probably just had the one you just had a conversation with. You probably know I don't like.
She got the spin the block. Let me see. The famous spin the
Huh?
block for Alex. Her famous spin the block.
No.
That ain't the one Kayla
No.
talking about.
A, B, C, D.
I ain't spinning the block with nobody.
All right, Kayla. All right.
A, B, C, D.
Kayla, all right,
I
Kayla.
ain't spinning the block.
Focus. Would you spin the block?
Ones
Yep.
I've been with, unfortunately, the time the ship has sailed,
You sure?
the river's gone. What you trying to tell me? You trying to tell me something? Am I forgetting somebody?
All right,
No, I
all
don't
right,
spin the
everyone. It's
block.
gonna wrap up our podcast for tonight. About spinning the block. We talked about Erica and Scrappy, Ashanti and
Nelly.
Spinning the block is not for me. Kelly said she don't recommend it. Alex thinking about spinning the block. If you're out there,
No. No.
Be clear, you can't spin the block with just anybody either, but I still don't recommend it. It can't just be anybody random. The person I spent the block with, I thought highly of that person. So I felt like it was worth taking a chance. But
and I can't say nothing about
We need to hurry up and close the podcast because I'm finna spin the block real quick. I got company coming. Like,
really?
I'm finna open the
all
door.
right, Kelly. Wrap it up, Kelly. I like how you wrap it up.
So you guys don't forget to SCS, subscribe, comment, and share. And I'm finna call and see who the hell she finna spin the block with. Open the door.
Hey, no,
A,
y'all
B,
mind y'all
C,
business.
D.
I'm finna log off so you can't see who I'm spinning the block with.
I'm finna call. What the hell she thought this was? Who over there?
Y'all have a good night so this girl can go
Chicken
spin the
Man.
block.
Is that Chicken Man?